What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Stand. It is a beautiful Monday, and we are going to hop into another best ball draft here today. Looking forward to hopping in this week. Didn't know if I was going to be able to get on one. I'm actually recording this a little bit later. Had some family in town, but excited to at least be hopping on a draft with you guys, and we're just waiting for one more person. So, interested to see where we fall, and we'll go ahead and determine how we're going to fill this draft out from there. All right, back in the draft, finally got it filled, and we are here with the 11th pick later on in the draft. Don't necessarily mind that pick. Still some great options to choose. And I'm excited to be picking from this spot. So, don't necessarily get to go back and back on this draft, but we will be really close. Just have to pay attention to Murder Dog behind us, who is a seasoned vet. We're actually sandwiched in between two veterans here in this best ball world, which, guys, I try to draft as much as I can. I still don't have that shield, and we're literally pretty much in here every day trying to get one in. So these guys are more experienced. You can definitely see how they are choosing to fill out this roster. But the draft has finally started, and Christian McCaffrey, of course, goes as the 101. From here, in round 2, Tyreek Hill goes. And interesting to see how far, if CeeDee Lamb will fall very far. The last draft we were in, obviously, he fell to the 7th. We had the 6th pick, the opportunity to draft him. I was just dead set on Amon-Ra St. Brown, and in any normal draft, that's how it would go. But even though we could have taken the value in that draft, I wanted to take a chance on the wide receiver champion of this year, and that is the Sun God in Amon-Ra. So I believe he honestly should probably be this 5th round pick. Ooh, Jamar Chase is still not practicing. Go ahead, see how people fall. Look at that, Jamar Chase. Look at him fighting for a contract. He didn't fall very far. Amon-Ra St. Brown behind. This 11th spot is actually going to be very interesting on who I may want to choose. I've heavily gone the wide receiver route. I kind of have very little stock in Jahmyr Gibbs, in Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, everyone here. I do like the young hotness in Jahmyr Gibbs. This is essentially would be my, I wouldn't say hero running back, because I kind of want to go just a different route than I normally have. So right here, I'm going to take the young hotness in Jahmyr Gibbs. We have him queued up. Jonathan Taylor there, Saquon Barkley is there. Honestly, I'm hoping to maybe leave with one of them. Actually, I don't know if I want to go that route. The only problem is by the time I come back around in the 4th pick, I don't think the running backs that I want, like in Isaiah Pacheco, will be available. The good thing with that is if you choose your hero RB, your champion in that role, could go ahead get David Montgomery later. He will be a target. So it's going to be interesting how we choose to go from here. Obviously, we're going to have next. We have this shot at Marvin Harrison, the young rookie. I have very little stock in Saquon Barkley. So this is tough because you do have some great young rookies here. There's Marvin Harrison. I have him queued up. Just at this turn, Devontae Adams I like. I'm not a not a Drake London necessarily believer. Deebo Samuel's getting a little bit up there in age. Nico Collins, part of that 3-headed attack there. Chris Olave with Derek Carr. Everyone loves Rashid Shaheed, as a sleeper. Jalen Waddle, wide receiver too. Mike Evans, I love him. So, Starkindler went Puka and Kyron. He's going all LA. We went Jahmyr Gibbs, Marvin Harrison. One of these drafts, I'll go heavier running back. There was one where specifically I went that route. I should go back and check that roster. The main thing is we have 3 wide receivers to fill out in this role, and we want to make sure we fill them out. All right, 13 picks away. A lot of the wide receivers are going to go. There goes Isaiah Pacheco. Well, technically there at the end of round 2. Normally he makes it to round 3. But you can definitely see how these ADPs have been changing. Guys in the past used to go wide receiver, and Isaiah Pacheco. But obviously with him now going in the second, you have to choose what it is or who it is your champion to be. So this is the weekly winners. We're going to try and fill out people in these positions that are going to win us our leagues. I don't have a lot of Josh Allen stock. I do have quite a bit of Travis Kelce. Some of Lamar, some in Patrick, with very little in Josh Allen. We're 6 picks away. If he's available, I will take him here, especially knowing that in weekly winners we need those just dominant performances. And obviously, Josh Allen could give us those dominant performances. Later on in the draft, also could target Keon Coleman. That would be my pick there. Chris Olave. There goes Josh Allen. But that's kind of okay because there are a few guys around this point that I like. Devontae Adams and Mike Evans, those were 2 strong ones that I really liked. Hoping Travis Kelce is here. He would be my pick just to be the number 1 in that position. That's who I'm going to go. Kind of balance. This is the weekly winners, so we want those weekly winners. Right now, Travis Kelce is going to be my pick. I'm just thinking about who it is. I will probably end up leaving my 2nd round pick with. And right now, I have George Pickens queued up. I think he is going to be a stud. I have 0 Stephon Diggs shares. If Patrick Mahomes is available, he, of course, would be in consideration just because we have Travis Kelce. And obviously having that stack would just be amazing for us to have. I think at this point, though, being weekly winners, there are some good quarterbacks later on that we can give a chance on. Patrick Mahomes is going to be it. It's just, I feel like we're going to need that dominant in George Pickens. And I feel we would feel a little bit better about our team later on if we go ahead and get that stud wide receiver here. So very interesting. Starting the draft, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end. In a different way or in a different sense. So obviously it could have been Marvin Harrison, Devontae Adams, and then perhaps Kelce. We just don't know. But I do think there are going to be some great quality quarterbacks that will fall to us. Kyler Murray will also be there in consideration. Obviously with us having Marvin Harrison, we'll get that stack with us. Keon Coleman, of course, is going to be one of our targets later on here. The only problem is now we are getting close to that 7 round with Keon Coleman ADP rising to where you're going to have to choose, obviously, between him and another guy you may like, which for me, it's Zamir White. I think he's going to be a dominant running back. There's Lad McConkey, some other good rookie wide receivers who are going to be there. We'll see who falls at that ADP. Right now, 11 picks away. We've missed out on the next top tier of quarterback in Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Someone you could take a chance on in Anthony Richardson is still there. We are still 11 picks away. So, good chance he may not be there and fall to us. I'm actually glad we got our tight end when we did because the ones we like here in Trey McBride and Mark Andrews are within a couple picks. We're still 10 picks away. So going to see who may be around this position. Obviously, there's Kyler Murray, who will possibly be targeting. Going to queue up Calvin Ridley, see if he may have a stout season. Raheem Mostert is there. Zamir White, everyone. We are coming to the 5th round. We're 9 picks from our pick. And with me doing the ADP of knowing Zamir White is in the 7th, means if we want Keon Coleman, we're going to need him minimum in the 6th. Which from there means we miss out on Raheem Mostert and Lad McConkey, but those are 2 wide receivers that I'm targeting later on. With this pick, oh man, 6 picks away, gonna need a quarterback. Or actually, I don't need a quarterback. I'm only queuing up David Montgomery here because we do have Jahmyr Gibbs. We do know he's going to steal touchdowns. Goes Alvin Kamara. Kyler Murray. This is tough. We'll go ahead and get our stack here with Kyler just to make sure we get that position and get that stack. This is going to be tough here because we now have to choose between guys we like, as in Calvin Ridley, David Montgomery, Raheem Mostert, Lad Zamir. This is tough. This is really tough. All right, 1 pick away. Kyle Pitts goes there. Stay Montgomery, Raheem, Keon. We're going to have to play the 80 game with Zamir. I really want Keon. And the thing that's crazy too is I want Keon and there's still Terry McLaurin, Calvin Ridley, some of these other Chris Godwin, other wide receivers. But I think this 6'4" wide receiver that's going to have Josh Allen throwing to him, I think he's going to be special. And I'm choosing him here because in the 7th, we need to get Zamir White. And in the 8th after, we need to get our other Roar B. 17 picks away. Just going through and seeing who may be available. Looking at some of these exciting rookies. Brian Thomas is an interesting pick. Hurts. I like that build. Devontae, question mark, but four RBs. Interesting. That dude is projected to be pretty loaded. The good thing is here is even though we are a little bit light on the running back position, there's a big enough pool here in this 7 to 10 round essentially that you can get some stud guys I believe that are going to be good for you this year. We're 3 picks away. My personal pick would be Zamir White. There goes Aaron Jones. Ooh, Raheem Mostert is there as well. There goes Mostert. Got one guy coming here. Man, Lad McConkey would be an interesting pick. Ah, there goes Zamir. No. That's a bummer. That's getting sniped. Dang. Veteran of the game. Knows what he's doing. I am going to do a wild card. I obviously was targeting running back here. I am going to give a shot at Lad McConkey. A lot of people are saying that he is going to be the star there in LA in this new offense, in this passing light offense. But I will take a shot here at the 7th. I'm pissed about not getting Zamir White. Really, right now, my other targets just kind of looking. There is Jonathan Brooks, who is going to be an exciting rookie when he comes back later on in the season. There's Brian Robinson, Gus Edwards, Jerome Ford. Oh, it's the write-up. Rejoins practice. But guess what? Rejoins practice as the starter. All right, there goes Stevenson and Deontay Johnson. So looking for a running back here. Right now, going to get Jonathan Brooks. He is a young, exciting rookie, but as we will be targeting him, we will also target Chuba Hubbard later on down this draft. obviously to shore up that backfield. And Chuba Hubbard, really good later on in that season. Ooh, Trey Benson gonna be. Oh, he's. Why is he so low? He's gonna be so. He's gonna be awesome this year. We're gonna queue up Chuba Hubbard just to make sure that we can lock down that backfield. 19 picks away. We're looking at some running backs that may be available. Gus Edwards may be there. Jerome Ford, who, like I said, will be the RB1. From here, we do have to target Trey Benson just to make sure that we get him. If we can somehow get Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler will become a target, just like I said, to get that backfield. $15 picks away, and you're going to start seeing some running backs come off the board, especially with a lot of these guys who waited. Obviously, Ty YC waited, Z Jazz waited. A Prescott, he was smart. He got some good ones to pair with his wide receiver. But Bone Crushers, I feel, is probably going to grab a couple of running backs right here, and likely should. They have one in their anchor in Christian McCaffrey. But you pair it here with a couple of stout running backs. I mean, like I said, Brian Robinson's going to be great. There's the Gus Bus and or look there goes Brian Robinson. He's going to be consistent and reliable. That's who Brian Robinson Jr. is. Reliable. 8 picks away. Jaden Daniels in consideration, the exciting rookie. Obviously, we need running backs, so it would be smart to target the running backs. Murder Dog behind me only has 2 running backs, which means I need to go ahead and make sure to take the guy I want and who I think is going to be amazing in the year. So we're going to queue up Trey Benson essentially for this pick. I am hoping he falls 6 picks away. There goes Jaden Daniels, one of our cute guys. Nick Chubb, who is going to be starting off on that pup list. 4 picks away. Tua. Gus. Oh, we're 2 picks. Hoping Jerome Ford's the bigger name. And Njoku, 1 more. We've been sniped before. He got Zamir before us. Oh, thank goodness. All right, we're going to get Trey Benson here, which I am feeling great about. On this turn back, Jerome Ford would be amazing, and we shore up essentially just these starters. Chase Brown, don't know a lot about him. Ooh, 4.4340. Exciting, Chase Brown. I may do some more reading on you. Looking down, no one to essentially target, so everyone we want is essentially queued up right now. Cortland Sutton. Oh, Jared Goff. Jared Goff is in consideration here, guys. And he's in consideration here because it is best ball. And I'm looking at these quarterbacks. Ooh, there goes Rashid. Right now, Jerome Ford is queued up because I do need running backs. I love Jared Goff, but that is why we got our champion in Kyler Murray. It would be smart to go Ford here. Gonna take Ford here. Deontay Foreman will be in consideration, and of course, Jared Goff is a smash play. I like the way Star went. Wait on quarterback. Puka, Kyron, Laporta, and then he went Neighbors. All right, 16 picks away from us. Right now, one quarterback, four running backs selected, four wide receivers, and one tight end. We are coming up towards the end of the 10th round, which means after that, 8 picks left to come solidify this roster. There's some great backups. Obviously, we're going to target to solidify some of these backfields. We'll see what other starters may still be available. But as we are 15 picks away, there's not going to be a whole lot of starters left available. Blake Corum, come in here. Exciting young rookie. Gonna cue me up some Mooney. Gonna cue me up some Chandler. Positive talks to Jaleel. Is Ricky still out? Activated. Okay. I'll cue you up, Ricky. We're 10 picks away. Still waiting for our turn. Still have a balanced team, but do have to make sure to focus in getting some backups for some of these onesie positions and quarterback and tight end, just to make sure we are shored up and locked and loaded for when that bye has to hit. Eight picks away. There goes Blake Corum. We're now 7 picks away. Don't believe Ezekiel Elliott would fall to us. But you know what? In this build, I'll take a running back who's going to get you 1 to 2 touchdowns a week. The other person here is Chuba, obviously. And Chuba is a little bit more down, so we can kind of wait on him. Maybe smart to actually just go ahead and take him for not our next pick, but the pick after. So coming here, hoping Dalton Schultz can somehow land to us. Would love to be able to have that good backup. He re-signs 3 years, $36 million. There goes Ezekiel Elliott. We don't have to choose between him and some others on our team. So we'll just continue. And there goes Schultz. Maybe you can grab Pat Freiermuth here. That would be nice. If not, Kirk Cousins is actually in consideration. And I'm thinking Kirk Cousins only because, bouncing back, help us get the points. There's Freiermuth. However, I think Kirk wants to sling it. I want to See him sling it. And if we go Kirk Cousins here, week 12 bye. Kyler Murray's got the week 11 bye. We are protected there in that position. And then here, 2 picks away. Even though we will be overpaying, there's Jalen Polk there. I feel like right now we have to go ahead and overpay for Chuba Hubbard just to make sure we at least lock up Carolina's backfield. And then later on, target Deontay Foreman for Cleveland's backfield. So that's actually what I'm thinking about right now. Especially since we don't have Zeke anymore. No need to have Rico Dowdle there. There goes Pat Freiermuth. We missed out on him. Cole Kmet, Luke Musgrave. Those are other options that I'm kind of considering right here. But like I said, with us having Jonathan Brooks, we need someone who is going to fill in that spot, in that position. And right now, that's Chuba Hubbard. So now we have 5 running backs on our roster. We're 19 picks away from our next pick here. And we're just going to see who falls to us, who falls to us at tight end, who falls to us with these last couple of wide receivers we're going to take. We already know we want Deontay Foreman later on, which let me go ahead and try and cue him up right now. And as you can see, as I'm scrolling all the way down here, so he is essentially a free pick. Looking at some others that are possibly here. What's Ray Davis competing with Ty Johnson? Antonio Gibson, Tyrone Tracy, who a lot of people have some good hype on or are hyping up. So I love the fact that Deontay Foreman is essentially free. And knowing that we already have 5 running backs, just need that last one. That's a great sign as we come around towards round 17 and 18. But we are about to end round 12. Last 2 picks in round 12. Cade Otton. And these are the tight ends. Tight ends going out. Who's Prescott got? Ooh. He waited. Cade Otton's your starter? Okay. Balanced squad. Ty Chandler, smart. Stand by. All right. 10 picks away. A lot of people are taking a little bit longer on some of these selections. With us coming here, we need some wide receivers. Honestly, targeting Darnell Mooney. I know he's the wide receiver 2 there in Atlanta, but with us having Kirk Cousins, would be an interesting stack. Obviously, of course, should Darnell Mooney score. Xavier Legette, another young rookie that I, of course, would love on my roster. There's some great rookies here that we're going to go ahead and get some shot on. Rashad Bateman, who is everyone is saying there, even in the organization, how he is just the star and is shining there in training camp. 6 picks away. Four picks away. Oh, there goes Darnell Mooney. That's a bummer. But that does leave us with some exciting rookies who we can target. There goes Quentin Johnson. We got Ladd, the true starter there. Can Jalen Polk last? Can Xavier Legette? Rashad Bateman would also be an interesting pick. There's Downs. Ooh, our choice. So now it's either in Jalen Polk or Xavier Leggett. I've kind of been liking Xavier. Can something exciting happen there in Carolina? Right now, everyone is poo pooing New England. So Carolina, I think, has the higher shot right now. So we will be taking Xavier Leggett here over Jalen Polk. Should Jalen Polk still be there, I may go ahead and take a shot on him. If not, Rashad Bateman's going to be my pick, which is everyone talking about his bounce back. After that, we'll have 6 wide receivers to where we just shore up some of these other positions. And we are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, 2 picks away. Murder Dog making some choices. He only has 2 running backs. That is a very bold strategy, Cotton. He goes Jalen Polk. And both of his running backs, guess what, guys, have the same Week 14 bye. That's going to be tough. That's going to be a little tough. 140. We have Rashad Bateman right now queued up. That's who our pick is going to be here, with the potential of him being the wide receiver 1. Just looking down here, the one thing that I know we are going to be missing out on is going to be tight ends. So, even Isaiah Likely, but, Sam Porter. Tyler Conklin. He's got 3. All right. 16 picks away. In round 14. Coming to the end of round 14. A few more picks left. After that, 3 more picks on our end. And we have another week in the books, guys. Really appreciate you following along. Right now, just seeing some of the ADP. We've seen some guys rise, especially in this draft. Obviously, Isaiah Pacheco, round 2, normally has been a round 3, round 4 pick. Obviously, a lot of hype building around him. A lot of people are liking him, yours truly included. So, interesting. Because now having to switch the strategy. I do a lot of the 3 wide receiver set drafts or leagues, so that's why, in my opinion, I am going wide receiver first and grabbing one of the top running backs. Travis Etienne kind of is my bottom tier threshold there, although just with the injury concerns, I mean, I know last year he was healthy, but can he do it again? He is somewhat of a smaller guy, so there is always that concern. That's really the hesitation there. This is fantasy football, though, so sometimes you do have to take a chance and rely on guys. You can't always just take those those past injury designations, into consideration. But I would here, because obviously he is that higher pick. All right, guys, 7 picks away, 6 picks away. Will Levis went ahead and goes. I'm going to go ahead and queue up Noah Fant, see if he can possibly fall to us. If Noah Fant can fall to us, really the other picks that I would do, let me see, Noah Fant, week 10, Travis Kelce, week 6. I would leave those 2 and maybe take a chance on another exciting rookie of perhaps Troy Franklin. It just all depends if Noah Fant, and I mean, it's just to get a few couple of other points. Noah Fant to re-sign with Seahawks on a 2-year deal. Sometimes you got to follow the money. Hunter Henry goes. I like to follow the touchdowns. That would have been nice. Audric Estime. There we go. All right. Really happy at least Noah Fant fell to us. There are not a lot of options. There's a young rookie you can take a chance on. There's Jonnu Smith, who's I don't know. Is he old and busted? There's Mike Gesicki in Cincinnati. There is no one here. So we're going to go ahead, take Noah Fant. He'll be our pick. In these next two, dang, Murder Dog really, really going heavy on those wide receivers. Hey, Kendra Miller. Who else you going to attack? Tyrone Tracy. All right, what other quarterbacks are available? Daniel Jones could queue up Bryce Young. I mean, can Dave Canales really turn things around there? And if we do, then we get another stack, obviously, with us having Xavier Leggett. Deontay Foreman is going to be a free pick. Troy Franklin is really the only one. Oh, Bryce Young. It didn't do Troy Franklin in time. That's okay. I'll take that over Troy Franklin. Only recently I started drafting Troy Franklin, kind of getting him on my rosters. I'll go ahead and take a shot. We already have 6 on ours. So with us possibly only going those 2 tight ends, it leaves us that extra roster spot. Thinking about leaving it as a wide receiver there, so we'll go ahead and just see who falls. But 17 picks away from 17. Let me see here. I'll go ahead, somewhat recap. There in this draft, only one team went running back, and that was C.J. Mercer, where they went with Brees Hall and Saquon Barkley. How they attacked the rest of that draft was just heavy wide receivers. So obviously DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman Jr., who obviously is a wild card on how he can be with a full season of Anthony Richardson. Hollywood Brown putting up highlights in KC, and Rashee Rice. Obviously, some question marks there, but will be heavily involved in that offense. Looking here, yeah, the other running backs he went, Raheem Mostert to fill out number 3. Got Jordan Love and Njoku, Romeo Doubs to help pair, and Wicks to help pair, and Musgrave. Look at that. And this one he went Aaron Rodgers, Tyler Conklin, get a stack there. Very interesting to see how other people and other teams draft. Especially here. So, yeah, we were actually pretty sandwiched between these 3 veteran teams in this draft. One veteran team went 4 straight wide receivers with the running back, with Anthony Richardson and George Kittle before going 3 straight running backs in round 7. It's a very bold strategy, but he got some studs. Star Keller, Puka, Kyron, Malik Laporta. Man, I hated getting sniped by Zamir White. I wanted him so bad. A. Prescott with Madison. All right, the good thing is we are gearing up to the last 2 picks of our draft. We're obviously still a few slots away, but we are going up towards the end. Which, hey guys, thank you again for following along. Beautiful start to the week. Got up early, was able to do some yard work, which finally feels great, and still was able to hop into draft. So I'm feeling good to start the week. I hope you are too. And we'll just start seeing how fast some of these picks will go. Troy Franklin went 6 picks before us. A little bit of a bummer. Hey, Tyrone Tracy's still there. Russell Wilson. Derek Carr. I'll take a chance on Derek Carr. That dude will sling it, especially with only some of these rookies here. Oh, Deontay Foreman goes that far or that early. There we go. Snipe by Hugs. Hugs knows what's up. Hugs has seen me draft before. Very Aaron Jones, Swift, Gus, J.K. All right. I mean, we'll go ahead take Tyrone Tracy here. That'll probably be my choice, my pick. Yeah. 3-2 Tyrone Tracy. We will see if Derek Carr will fall to us. That's honestly who I would choose here. Tyler Boyd, maybe. Not really a believer in Jalen Tolbert. Some rookie quarterbacks to invest in. Bo Nix, A.J. Dillon. No, really, Braylon Allen. So, yeah. Really, the only one here that can probably give us the best amount of value will be Derek Carr, just to see, if he will sling it. Obviously, it leaves us with two guys in the tight end slot, but as you see looking here in the tight end, there is no one really available that you can trust or even put somewhat faith in. So we're gonna go Derek Carr here. Tyler Boyd in consideration. I mean, kind of looking through, no one else really. Running back. I mean, give a shot at Cam Akers, I guess. I don't know how serious Joe Mixon's injury is. But, yeah, there's just no one else that can actually give us some good, solid weekly points. So, 185 weekly average, I'll take that. 191, and that's the guy only had 3 quarterbacks needed. But excited, guys. I filled this roster out. Obviously, got Jahmyr Gibbs, who I like as a player. I just feel like his price tag is very, very high. Going a shot with Marvin Harrison, who is the unproven rookie. We at least got Kyler Murray to go ahead and stack with him. Travis Kelce, who I believe is still going to be top 2, top 3 in the tight end position. George Pickens will be another alpha this year. He is an alpha. He will be another fantasy alpha. And Keon Coleman, who I think is going to be a stud, even though he is rookie. We got another strong rookie in Ladd McConkey. Everyone talks about how he's going to be the one who takes over that wide receiver core. And coming back to running backs, obviously we were light going Jahmyr Gibbs. So we took Jonathan Brooks, who is starting the year on the pup, but we'll get him back later on in the year. He'll bring us some value. Trey Benson, who will be taking over sooner rather than later over James Conner, who never stays healthy. Jerome Ford, who is still the running back 1, was hoping to get Deontay Foreman, ended up missing out, but got Kirk Cousins, who I think is going to sling it, and of course was able to get Chuba Hubbard just to help pair up with Jonathan Brooks and make sure we get that backfield locked down. Got back-to-back wide receivers, one in Xavier Legette, rookie who absolutely could shine there in Carolina. Heck, that's why we went ahead and got Bryce Young just to kind of help pair with that stack. And luckily was able to get Rashad Bateman later on, who a lot of people are still sleeping on, could definitely be great this year. With the tight ends, we went heavy and took our chance on Travis Kelce, so we slept and decided to take Noah Fant, obviously with our backup role. So 185 weekly average projection. I'll go ahead and take this, guys. Another weekly winner we have in the book. So thank you again. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.